G'day again. Yeah, it's wet. We if you had watched the last video, we sort of spoke a couple of times about the weather forecast and what was forecasted to come, and the weatherman's got it pretty well spot on, unfortunately. So we've had 60 mil in the last sort of 36 hours here. Yeah, so it's pretty wet. It hasn't, I don't know whether it's all finished yet. It's blowing a gale now, which is good. Hopefully it might blow itself out. But I haven't had a look at the radar. We've just got a bit of a break in the weather. I'm just going to run out the other farm in the tractor and feed a bit of hay out to the ewes in containment. But yeah, you can sort of see the waters right up here in front of the sheds. We'll have a bit of a look or scout about. Yeah, see what we can find. But it just came in, 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning, and it's basically just constantly rained for the 36 or so hours. So anyway, see what we can find. Just having a quick look at the weather radar here. We're about right in the middle there. It's probably a bit hard to see, but there's a bit of a clear gap out here. Hopefully that stuff up here slips down below us, and we might miss it. So anyway, we'll see how we go. Yeah, just in the little fence. I think in one of the last videos, actually, hang on, I'm sorry about that, getting dizzy. I said the little Fent was a 716, it's actually 516. So, and yeah, the beauty of these Fent tractors is they've got a good road speed. We can do our 55k's on the road, so running around between farms, it's yeah, it's quite good actually. So yeah, it doesn't take a half an hour to get there. The neighbours can hold it. We've got a windrow starting to fall over. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a nightmare, the windrowing job at this rate. Anyway, just see here, this is where I cleaned that little drain out the other day. Yeah, so there's plenty of water lying around out in the paddocks anyway. But yeah, look, we don't get any more. 2 or 3 days, it'll be gone. So we just got to be patient and cool our jets for a little bit. There's just listening to the radio, there's a lot of flooding going on around the place through central Victoria, and yeah, so once again we're pretty lucky here just with the sort of layout of our country. But yeah, it's just if it doesn't rain again till March, I think everyone will be pretty happy really. Anyhow, we'll get out and see how these sheep are going, and yeah, get a bit of hay out. Quick commute, just out the back here. Tricky to steer and video at the same time, but we'll get it done. Works out alright here. The containment's next to the yard, so we can next to where we got the hay, so we can just drop a few over the fence, and then rather than doing a heap of trips, we'll yeah, run around and spread them out a bit, and yeah, take the net off them. This hay was cut off. It's arrowleaf clover and lucerne that we cut off this paddock here last year. So look, if the weather forecast looks fine, we're planning to cut silage here, depending what the ground's like. I'll try and cut a bit of silage here next week, maybe late next week. We'll just see what the weather does. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a tricky season to cut hay. Yeah, it doesn't take long for the woolies to turn up. We'll get it out and yeah, getting something to eat. And it's actually, although it's wet and windy, it's not that cold, which is good. So yeah, it's sort of not gonna. The sheep will be alright in this sort of weather. But yeah, they're high and dry here, which is good. Just unwrap take the net wrap off it. Yeah, it's pretty damp underfoot in here. Anyway, we'll give the girls a bit of tucker and keep them happy. Yeah. They're all pretty happy. Yeah, so we'll get round, we'll run the net off the other stuff, and yeah, I've got to grab the kids off the school bus, so I might, we've got enough water outlet to open, but probably won't get time to do it. I'll have to duck home and grab the kids. So, anyway, at least it stopped raining for a little bit. So, no, this will give them a bit of something to eat, and we'll get back out here tomorrow and give them a bit more grain again. Pulled up quickly here on my way home. It's actually just starting to rain again here now, so our timing was perfect. Anyway, just looking here, the water that's coming off the hills here, that's our property across the road there. But yeah, this water, there's a road just here, it's underwater, and you can see where the water's been running throughout the year. It's sort of killed the lucerne, runs across and works its way over, and there's an inlet into the canal over there which we'll try and get open. But yeah, it's second round's coming. We'll go and get these kids off the bus
to get highly skilled labour on farm. And then obviously the last reason is the whole reason that we've got governments suggesting we have EIDs in the that's because of enhanced traceability.
Next Gen podcast on the go at the moment. It's just listening to Ferg's dulcet tones.
Can be within farm, knowing if you scan
it. Was running a bit skinny on time, but we've managed to
previously what else
get to the bus on time.
So it doesn't have to be. We're not just talking at a national level there. We can be just talking at a farm level that you've got better knowledge about that animal, more information recorded, and can then make a better decision on the day. So I think there's Sarah's away doing there's often
a couple of day course, so
it's going to be when you first start doing it.
I'm on pick up and drop off duties for the next day or two, which is good because we've got plenty of time.
They use the word this way.
Hey, what's going on?
What?
Where's your sister?
There.
Shift that. Kick that over. How are you?
Why are you recording?
Hello. Well, a wash up from the weather, pardon the pun. Till. So we've ended up with about 90 mil for the 2 days. Yeah, so there's a fair bit of water lying around. This is just in front of the workshop. So the workshop's yeah, it's only a few metres off the workshop. Not that it was going to go in there anyway, but yeah, we've just got to wait for the water to drop back down. So we've fared pretty well. I've been around the other farm this morning. There's a fair bit of water running off the hills. We've got the escapes open into the Mulwala Canal around there, so that water will get away. Yeah, but we just won't be doing too much for a few days. Little dog. Anyway, so no, there's a lot of parts of Victoria that are towns that are underwater. So yeah, we're pretty lucky compared to some. So yeah. Anyway, keep watching along. Yeah, hopefully we'll. Not too sure what the hay and silage program's going to be now. Just looking at the weather forecast from there before, they've got more rain for later next week. So yeah, we might nearly put a line through the hay season at this rate. Hopefully we can get a bit of lucerne cut later on during the summer here at home. But yeah, and I'm just even the young lucerne that we've sown here, look, it's had 160, I've nearly lost count now, 160 odd mil on it since it's been planted. So look, I think it's going to be, I'm going to go and have a look at it now, but I think we might nearly have to draw a line through it, and we might look at switching back to rice. We can little bit of earthworks, not a lot, just need to put a couple of bay outlets in, and we could fill it up and fly rice on. So that's probably something that we'll seriously look at in the next week. We'll just we'll see how well once it's dried out, what we've got left there, but we're sort of starting to lose plant numbers. Yeah, which is, it's a bit frustrating because we've spent the expense on the loosened seed. Obviously the fertilizer and the lime's still there. Hopefully we can if we do go with rice, well, the lime's not a big issue, not really an issue, it'll still be there, but you know, the MAP that we've put out in front of the lucerne, yeah, hopefully if we turn around and put rice in, we'll get it. So anyway, we'll take the critters for a drive, and but yeah, no, keep following along, and yeah, it's not all doom and gloom. So yeah, take care.